Let's talk about something most money experts won't tell you. You don't need to be smarter, you don't need another fancy strategy. What you really need is confidence. If deep down you don't feel worthy, you will unconsciously push money away. You will sabotage the opportunities that come and you won't even realize that you're doing it. So today let's talk about how your self-worth is shaping your net worth without you even knowing it. I've had many coaches who helped me to get where I am today, and I'm grateful for them. And I still receive support to this day. One of them once told me something I will never forget. The most confident person in the room wins. It's not about being the loudest. It's about being the most confident. And I will show you how you can build that confidence one day at a time. Grab your notebooks. I'm going to share with you powerful questions and insights. For a long time, my outer results didn't match the efforts I was putting in. I worked hard, I gave my best, but I felt like there was a glass ceiling that I couldn't burst through. I didn't know why then, but I do know now. I didn't believe I was capable. It wasn't about skills or intelligence. It was about the story I held about myself. And there were many sneaky ways low self-worth can show up. You can hide it in front of clients or partners, but it will still leak through sneaky ways. Undercharging for your work. Over-delivering until you're exhausted, saying yes when you mean no, avoiding visibility because you're afraid of judgment, feeling guilty when money finally comes in. That's why it's so important to be honest with yourself. And I'm offering you these powerful coaching questions. Where do you notice yourself shrinking when you should be expanding? Where do you say yes out of fear instead of no from self-trust? And what's one way your self-worth might be capping your income right now? I'm going to share with you my turning points. I had a great coach in 2017 who helped me realize I was stuck in imposter syndrome. I had plenty of skills and valuable experience, but I was constantly doubting myself. Interestingly, he wasn't French, and he had a much broader view of what was possible in the holistic healing industry. I was a naturopath at that time. And in our first sessions, I kept telling him, "You don't understand, it's not possible for me to raise my prices. You don't know the market." But eventually I understood it was not the market, it was my perception of it. In truth, anything is possible. And working with coaches and asking myself the right questions changed everything. Deep down, I didn't feel I was enough. I didn't identify as someone who could earn more doing what I love. And I thought the problem was outside of me, the prices, the market, but really the problem was the story I was telling myself. And when I began backing myself, when I dared to believe that I was enough, then everything shifted. And abundance flowed more easily, opportunities showed up, my energy changed, and money responds to energy before it responds to spreadsheets. So some coaching questions for you. Can you recall a time where you were doing everything right, but didn't see results? And what hidden belief about yourself might have been running the show? And if you stop trying to fix the outer results and heal the root belief, what would change? Take some time to journal with those prompts. A lot of people think that confidence is arrogance. It's not. Confidence means certainty, safety. People don't just buy your services, they buy your energy, they buy your embodiment, they buy the way you hold yourself and the way you hold them. When you trust yourself, others start to trust you too. And money flows where belief flows. Coaching questions for you. If confidence is a frequency, how does yours feel right now? And what would shift if you showed up with 10% more certainty tomorrow? Just 10%. Imagine being your own client. Would you buy from you? The good news is confidence is not a gift. It's not something you're born with. Confidence is a skill, like building muscle. For me, true confidence comes from knowing what I bring to the table. And you can't get there by pretending to be someone else. That's a slippery slope. So get to know yourself deeply. Your talents, your gifts, your unique experiences, your struggles, your vibe. And strengthen them. Own them. You will always win at being you. The secret? Be more of you. I'm going to share some practices that changed everything to me, like speaking to myself like a mentor and not like a bully. I learned to question my inner dialogue. For example, people will never pay me 300 euros for this service. Using the work by Byron Katie, I asked, is it true? Is it really true? Who would I be without this thought? Could another thought be just as valid? And little by little, I nourished new, empowering thoughts. Then naming and owning my wins, even the small ones. Owning your wins builds confidence and protects you from arrogance, actually. When you acknowledge your strength, you no longer need to prove your worth, and people will see it anyway. Then taking one small brave action every day. Confidence doesn't come from thinking, it comes from doing. Each small action sets things in motion. I also invested in myself before I felt ready. The truth is, I'm never fully ready. Growth always requires stretching. Every time I invested in myself, I expanded. I also worked on regulating my nervous system. Taking care of myself wasn't a waste of time. It's the foundation, and my nervous system comes first. That's what sustains vitality and clarity. And every time I bet on myself, I grew my self-worth and my net worth. Some coaching questions for you. How do you speak to yourself? Like a critic or like a coach? And what's one small, brave action you could take today and set things in motion? And where could you invest in yourself right now? Not because you feel ready, but because you want to become ready. You choose to become ready. You're not broken. I believe in you. You are simply unpracticed in believing in yourself. Build your confidence the way you would build a muscle. Every rep counts. And remember, when you start owning your worth, the world responds. And so does your bank account. If this resonates, tell me, where has low self-worth been blocking your abundance so far? And if you're ready to become more confident, more visible, and more abundant, subscribe to my channel. I share everything I've learned on this journey, and I want you to be fully abundant too.